He is in a residential area here. It looks like he is in, near a park, moving away over towards Vermont Avenue, where we saw him earlier approaching an elementary school. So that is about in another block or so, but he opts to turn northbound here. Again, in this residential area here, he seems to be traveling in circles, bigger circles in this area here, just one block to the west of Vermont, north of 50th here. Oh boy, okay. As he comes up to this major intersection here in about half a block, there is going to be a lot of traffic here, a lot of traffic. It's an east-west street. We'll try and get that for you here, but just a lot of traffic is in the area here. And he just kind of makes his way through, and he is now northbound. Again, just one block to the west of Vermont Avenue here, traveling northbound. Fairly narrow streets here, lots of vehicles, lots of vehicular traffic, pedestrians as well, and we're going to be coming up to what looks like a high school here in about half a block.
Mark, I want to ask you to keep the picture up as we bring in L.A. County Sheriff's Captain Mike Parker. Captain Parker, we've been watching this dangerous pursuit that your folks have been involved in since this bank robbery in Santa Clarita. Tell us what you can about what we're looking at here.
Yeah, this is Captain Mike Parker, LA County Sheriff. At 10:08 this morning, a bank robbery occurred on Soledad Canyon in Santa Clarita. The suspects are armed. There's at least four, more likely more additional suspects than that robbed the bank. Deputies found the vehicle short time thereafter and went in pursuit. Two of the suspects got out and ran on Yarnell in Sylmar. A third suspect got out and ran on Hubbard in Sylmar. That caused foot pursuits and chases from sheriff's deputies. I haven't heard yet whether those suspects are in custody or not. After that, deputies continued to pursue this car. There's one or two suspects in this car, most likely two.
Yeah, Captain, we have actually
since then assisted by Highway Patrol on the freeway, LAPD on the city streets. They're in LA City now, or in and out of LA City at this point. They are armed, very dangerous. When you look at the driving that they're participating in, they've nearly hit quite a few pedestrians as well as blown through a lot of traffic signals.
Oh, here we go.
I'd add to that they have at least 10 times that I've counted by watching your television stations throwing cash out the windows. And just adding to the danger of this is people running out into the street or getting very close to where this car is to try to get the cash and coming within feet of being hit by these suspects.
I can tell you that you were talking about whether or not there's one suspect or two here. We have seen that there is indeed a second suspect in the back seat who has thrown that money out. We've eyeballed that ourselves. This idea of throwing the money out and we see the folks running out into the street to get it. Clearly, it seems to us an attempt to try to get pedestrians involved in possibly blocking law enforcement as you're trying to pursue these folks. I wanted to ask, with 10 or 12 law enforcement vehicles, now we're up on the sidewalk here, and have any of the pedestrians been injured at this point?
I don't have any reports of pedestrians injured to me. I don't know for hitting a fire hydrant. He's within a few feet of hitting pedestrians. But I can tell you this, is if his plan is to throw cash out the window to block us by having pedestrians, we're not going to run. He may run out of money, but we're not going to run out of sheriff's deputies, and we're not going to run out of helicopters.
Right, and it is sickening to see with putting all of these people in danger, and the fact that people are running out into the street for the money that they're throwing from a bank robbery. This has to put pressure on your lead vehicles there as they pursue these folks. Is this something that you can train for?
There's a tremendous amount of pressure on these sheriff's deputies. I've driven in pursuits. I've been a lead in a pursuit before. This is a lot of pressure on these deputies because their goal is that nobody gets hurt and that these suspects get taken into custody. Because if these guys get away and they're willing to do this kind of reckless criminal behavior, robbing banks at gunpoint, throwing cash out a window, driving in a reckless manner, and almost killing people, clearly they need to be taken off the streets in the interest of public safety. These deputies are under a lot of pressure because I'm counting 50 people on a television screen right now that are all within feet of this pursuit that I don't think are thinking this through clearly, because these people driving the car, they're not deputy sheriffs. They're not going to be careful as they drive by. They're just doing whatever they feel like they have to do to get away.
Right.
And so you saw that car just now on the side of the street. You see some of these sheriff's deputies and police officers are blocking traffic so that the car can get through, so that people coming opposite directions don't get hit or collide with this car.
Well, we have
he's
Captain,
clearly not obeying the traffic signals.
Captain, I don't know if you can see, but right now it appears as if they've trapped the vehicle, and your deputies are out into the vehicle, pulling one of the suspects immediately out of the back seat. We don't know what the suspect driver is doing, but your deputies are moving in right now to bring these.
There's a little bit of a time delay, but I do see what the deputies are doing. They've obviously run up on the car. You have multiple deputies at gunpoint. You see a woman running around with a little dog. I'm glad she picked up the dog and got out of there. And I'm watching, as you are, as one suspect is being taken out of the front seat and a second suspect is being taken out of the back seat. Deputies are, this is a lot of pressure on these deputies, because you've also got hundreds of people surrounding them. That's a lot to be distracted by as you're trying to do your job.
Absolutely, because you not only have the immediate concern of what's happening there with the suspects, you have a perimeter that is moving in on the sheriff's deputies who are trying their best to both make the arrest and protect the public, a public that is surging forward. If you can see our picture, Captain, you see this public surrounding these sheriff's deputies.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of the things we deal with in crowd management, is that, is this crowd going to be cooperative? Is this crowd going to try to get more of that cash? We don't know. So this is another reason why you saw so many patrol cars involved in the pursuit, is that we had multiple suspects bail out. We had suspects throwing cash out the window, at least 10 different locations. So all this, you see deputy sheriffs and police officers trying to get the crowd to move back. Unfortunately, what happens in a lot of these situations, it kind of takes on a circus-like atmosphere, and people come out and look at it as a big show. But it's not a show to us, because you have innocent people's lives in danger, sheriff's deputies' lives in danger, and then you